One of the sexually transmitted diseases that is hardly talked about or reported in the news is the human papillomavirus, otherwise called the HPV. Like HIV, this virus's prevalence across Nigeria varies. Experts say it could cause cervical and other cancers in women and throat or penile cancers in men. As Nigeria rolls out 6 million doses of HPV vaccines for girls between ages 9 and 15, Gist Nigeria's Vivian Uguche talks to experts about how the virus is transmitted, how it can be prevented, and what the vaccines will mean for the vaccinated.
The hood of the phallus of males is a reservoir for HPV.
It is one of the most common sexually transmitted infections. Almost all cervical cancers are caused by this deadly virus.
In the females, you can find them inside the vagina, you can find them outside on the vulva.
Human papillomavirus, HPV for short, is a killer, a silent killer. It snuffs out dozens of lives in Nigeria yearly, and now health authorities are facing it head-on. Franca Eze is a 43-year-old cervical cancer survivor and nursing assistant. She says the stigma is real and painful. She recalls being called a Madam Toilet infection.
I tested positive to stage 2 cervical cancer on the 27th of July 2016.
Franca is one out of 12,000 cervical cancer cases diagnosed annually in Nigeria. The World Health Organization, WHO, says cervical cancer ranks as the second most frequent cancer among women in Nigeria. WHO also says it is the second most frequent cancer death among women between 15 and 44 years of age, killing some 22 women daily.
We probably have over 150 types of human papillomaviruses, but the main ones that we are interested in are the ones that we have classified as the low-risk human papillomavirus and the high-risk human papillomavirus.
HPV is not a very well-known virus, but it has been in existence for long and has over 30 strains. Experts say the virus affects the reproductive health of men and women.
In the layman's language, the cervix is the neck of the womb. That's the womb that the woman will need to carry children. So it's a very sensitive area of the reproductive system of the woman.
They could also have cancer in the vagina or on the vulva that is related to human papillomavirus. Likewise, for the males that have human papillomavirus infection, they could also have cancer on the penis. They could have cancer around the anus.
For those that have chronic infection, those are the ones that can have cancer, not the one that get clear from the body. So almost all of us will have acquired infection at one point or the other in our life, but we all clear it from the body.
Now, a person with HPV can pass the infection to someone even when they have no signs or symptoms.
That's why we pay so much attention to screening for HPV infection, which is what the World Health Organization recommends as the primary screening modality, to be followed by other screening methods in case HPV infection is detected.
It's something that we need to be very conversant with, even among the cross-gender sexual interactions.
The virus is highly preventable and highly curable if caught early. This begs the question, why the high rate of mortality in Nigeria?
Because screening is poor. Many women don't even know what is HPV. They don't even know what is cervical cancer. And it doesn't even have symptoms till it is at the advanced stage.
Unfortunately, there are many myths and misconceptions about HPV, and in some cases, this can cause real harm. So let's dispel some myths.
No, we have oncogenic types and non-oncogenic. So the oncogenic types are what causes cancer.
It's also been recorded that it can be acquired via what we call vertical transmission. When we say vertical transmission, it means that when a woman wants to give birth to a baby, then of course if the woman has infection of the genital tract, then the baby can also, and the woman is being delivered through the natural route, then of course the baby can also acquire the infection, but that is very rare.
You having HPV vaccination doesn't mean that you should not screen for cervical cancer. These are two different things.
Experts insist that vaccination against HPV, screening and treatment of precancer lesions is a cost-effective way to prevent cervical cancer.
If we look at the morbidity and the mortality associated with HPV-related diseases, we would know that prevention is not just cheaper, it is preferable to having to treat.
Preventing it among children and adolescent girls before they get exposed to the virus that ultimately causes the cancer is why we decided to introduce the human papillomavirus vaccine. And that is a federal government effort, but we are asking the state to join us in that, and the media and civil society and all leaders, so that we begin to protect our girls and women over time.
The vaccination was first launched in 2009, but see when it's being rolled out. So it's a plus to Nigerian government to have used data to inform their decision.
But vaccine hesitancy is high among adults in Nigeria.
I will not allow any of my persons to take it because I don't know about it and I've never heard about it.
Probably when I read about it, I will allow my child to have it.
You must create awareness at the school level, the church level, the mosque level, the market level, community level, town criers, flyers.
We are doing jingles, we are doing community interventions, and we are working at all levels with traditional religious leaders, community stakeholders. And we believe, actually, that this campaign is going to be a success.
There's incredible level of engagement down to the ward level across the 16 first introducing states. And we've also have national level support from very important leaders from across those categories.
We have vaccination team members that will go from community to community, those communities that don't have health facility. So to give the vaccine every day, the teams will visit those hard-to-reach communities. They will reach those displaced population, the IDP camps, displaced population, market squares. They will also visit churches and mosques and other places of worship.
For people like Franca, a cervical cancer survivor turned advocate, the introduction of the HPV vaccine in Nigeria will go a long way to improve the lives of women and prevent others from facing the dire consequences of cervical cancer like she did. Vivian Oguche, Gist Nigeria.
Indeed, knowledge is power. What do you think about this story? Share your thoughts and pictures with us on X at Gist Nigeria TV. We'd like to hear from you.